Shalom, shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbat Shem, Havakakadash, Mamath. My honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Our honors to the elder, Alliance Camp of Heart 1. And shalom to you, brothers and sisters that's pushing their truth and sincerity. This is the book of Psalms 124, verse 7. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. I brought this out because once we came into this truth, we overcame. We overcame the wiles of the devil. We've been made enlightened of his plans and his psychological or his mental games or his hidden games, as I should say, has been made known unto us, and the Lord has given us discernment to figure out whether or not this devil is truly who this devil truly is and what his agendas are, and that's a blessing. And the reason why it's a blessing because not many people are gifted with that ability to, or have that ability to. Because a lot of people go around looking at things from face value, and that's how things tend to happen. That's how you see that's how you learn how cutthroat this devil can be, without even and speaking in the sense of someone who doesn't have that spiritual discernment. And seeing that, having that, it's a blessing, because now our soul has escaped. It's broken out of that, and he shall deliver us from it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So once we came out of this world and we enter into his light, into life, which this world is death. He said, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. So in him we give the trust, not in Esau, not in Mother Nature, not in Pan-Africanism, not in all this crazy agnostics but beliefs. But we put our trust in him, because we understand that that's where our help coming from him. We understand that he's the one that gives us life. It all comes from him. And it says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. So the Lord is going to give us a refuge, and he's going to protect us from not only the devil's plans, but the judgment that the Lord has for the world and for these devils. And you keep going down further, it talks about him covering us with his angels, with his chariots, protecting us from things like pestilence, martial law, and going so far, the Lord is going to protect us from judgment, the judgment day in the last hour, where he's going to shoot 200 million missiles because that trap that this devil's trying to set, or he think he's already set it, it's not going to come to naught. It's not going to come to pass. It's not. Going back to what I was saying earlier, being able to, the Lord has given us the gift of prophecy, to know that this devil is going to try to carry out this plan, and they're not going to be able to. Because this devil, man, he'll lie, he'll twist a word. Oh, Now, when I say he'll twist a word, he'll twist a word in a way that you wouldn't even catch it. You wouldn't even catch it. That's how sly this devil is. And I was having a conversation with this dude at work yesterday, and he was telling me that the issue is with the news is that all these devils, well, he didn't say devils, but all these people that have like different types of different news outlets, and like seeing it, all the news outlets. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get my chat banned because they've been privating all my stuff recently, but all these big news corporations, all owned by different individuals, and all information is skewed to whatever they like, and that's a trap as well. The war on information. Because information is a big part when it comes to someone actually learning the history, or somebody learning a background, or somebody learning something ethnically, or somebody learning anything. Information is vital. And for them to skew information is a trap, because that information that they're skewing, or that they're misinterpreting, or that's not even a misinterpreting, that they're changing. That same information that they're changing, someone's going to consume it. When somebody consumes that information, they're gonna have that in their brain as truth. And the dangers of that is when somebody and that's why it's such a big fight. And this is why this fight is such a spiritual fight, and we fight against the pulling down the strongholds. Once a person in their mind make up or are adamant on this is truth. If they're in their mind, they conceive this part of information as truth, and they're adamant on it, it's 10 times harder for this person to backtrack unless you know exactly what you're talking about. And that's why it's so important. And even for me, that's why it's so important to study. That's why it's so important to read. That's why it's so important to know about the current events. Because information now is skewed. It's all over the place. Right? And that's one of those traps that this devil set. More information. Because now, instead of it being physical chains and them being able to control the information that we consume, is going from us being out of chains and into the world, having the privileges as so-called citizens, but being able to control the information that was dispersed among us. That's what the real war is. The war on information, the war on words, the war on education, shit like that. That's where the devil tried to get us. Right? But the Lord said he's going to do this. Verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So he's going to cover us with his angels and cover us with his chariots. Make sure that we're protected. Making sure we're secured in his grace, in his truth. It says, his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor by the arrow that flieth by day. So we're not going to be afraid of any of these things that comes to pass. We're not going to be afraid. We're not going to fret. We're not going to be in haste. What we're going to do is going to trust in him, believe in him, and make sure that we give him the praise and give him the glory. And we trust on him and him only, and not this devil. Because this devil had it out for us for a very, very, very long time. So I just wanted to go ahead and grab that. I hope this was edifying, and shalom.